Hey yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome to a review of WWE MSG live event. What you guys are seeing in the background right now is Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship. It was the main event of the night and definitely match of the night. There was a lot of back and forth between these three guys and Kevin Owens was hilarious. So what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna give you guys a review of the actual show, and I'm also gonna be posting the full matches that I recorded, which were 4 of them: Chris Jericho versus Neville, AJ Styles versus John Cena, the main event match that you guys are seeing right now, and also the New Day versus the Wyatt family. So if you guys want to watch those full matches, I'm gonna be adding link in the description. Before I get into the review, if you guys are new to this channel, what I do here is I provide you guys with WWE news and rumors and WWE 2K17 news and rumors all throughout the week with daily videos. The template that you guys are seeing in the screen right now is basically just one of the formats that I provide you guys with news. Thursday through Sunday is WWE News Roundup, where basically I recap you guys in a very quick fashion with all the latest news that occurred throughout the week. And of course, I update you guys on all the latest when it comes to WWE 2K17 news. Again, I strive to keep you guys updated on a day-by-day basis. So whether it's WWE news and rumors, any breaking news regarding wrestling, and WWE 2K17 news and rumors, I'm here to cover it. But anyways, now that cheap plug is done and I'm basically out of breath, why don't we get the review started? So Madison Square Garden, July 16, 2016 WWE live event. So the first match of the night was the Usos defeating Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Thank God that this was a live event, because if the club would have lost in a televised match against the Usos, I would have flipped out. So because New York City traffic was so amazing last night, sarcasm, I was like 10 minutes late to the show, but nonetheless I managed to catch the end of this match. To start off the show, it was an okay match, at least the 5 minutes that I managed to watch of it, and the crowd was mostly in favor of the club, but obviously the face had to win. The second match of the night was Apollo Crews versus Sheamus. Throughout this match, the New York City crowd was definitely alive. The "you look stupid" chant went all throughout the match. I mean, the energy in there was insane. Ultimately, Apollo Crews picked up the victory with a roll-up, and if I'm not mistaken, I think this was Apollo Crews' first time performing in Madison Square Garden. And at this point, I was kind of getting irritated because I felt like this live event was gonna go just like the other one, where all the faces superstar won and there was no heel victory. But that wasn't the case, sort of, because up next we had Alberto Del Rio versus Zack Ryder. And you might be surprised, but Alberto Del Rio was actually getting a huge pop. The Latino community was definitely representing Señor Sí. So Alberto Del Rio did his entrance first, and I think what got him even more over during this match was the fact that during his entrance he took a Mexican flag from a fan and actually started waving it around in the ring. Ultimately, the CC chant got over. Zack Ryder got a good pop as well, and throughout the match Alberto Del Rio was trying to get some heat from the fans, but I guess it was too late already because they were already way too into the chant. They were kind of split between Zack Ryder and him. Towards the end we had a lot of near falls, and I was actually surprised that Alberto Del Rio ultimately picked up the victory. We had a tag team match next: Mark Henry and Jack Swagger versus Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Between these 4 guys, obviously Mark Henry was the one that got the biggest pop. This match was mostly comical, and a lot of things that we got was Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel just running around the ring doing their victory lap, but that was throughout the match because ultimately they didn't end up picking up the victory. Mark Henry and Jack Swagger won this match. And up next, that's when things got serious because we had Chris Jericho versus the returning Neville. One of the matches that I recorded, and I'm definitely glad for it, because at the beginning of the match Chris Jericho cut a promo trying to get some heat, but it was not possible. It was just a hilarious promo. He's telling everybody to shut up. He was saying New York City stinks, and all we were doing was just laughing, and he's telling us to not laugh at him, to just shut up. The point is that you actually need to go watch his promo at the beginning of the full match video that I'm gonna post. In the end, Neville jumped from the top rope, but Chris Jericho countered it with a code breaker, which looked amazing, by the way. We also had a lot of aerial assaults from Neville. Absolutely no ring rust at all, and Neville is definitely ready for a television return, which based on news and rumors, it will be happening this week, whether on Raw or during the draft. And then we had AJ Styles versus John Cena. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, they were at ringside at the beginning of the match, but then they got kicked out. Honestly, this match was alright, but it was way too long, and most of the offense and most of the hype was due to all the offense that AJ Styles was bringing into the match. AJ Styles was picking up John Cena, doing backbreakers, into power bombs and all of that. So, I mean, AJ Styles is amazing. I mean, he did a neck breaker that I thought John Cena's neck was broken. At one point, towards the end of the match, the referee got hit by AJ Styles. And of course, very predictable, Kyle Anderson and Luke Gallows, they came out. They tried to help AJ Styles, picked up the victory, but we had a lot of near falls. John Cena kicking out at 2 like always. And during this match, the thing that I remember the most is my girl is like, I have a question, did John Cena ever lose? And yeah, she is a John Cena fan, just like any other girl is, but she doesn't watch the product as often. She's just one of those that she know who John Cena is because everybody knows who John Cena is. But last night she was like, I'm tired of seeing John Cena win every time that we come to a live event. And I told her, well, now you know why it is that some people are chanting John Cena sucks. And I have to say, for somebody watching AJ Styles for the first time, she was very impressed on other moves that he had to do, or I mean on other moves that he was actually doing. But yeah, ultimately John Cena picked up the victory. By the way, the most prominent chant during this match was "Let's go Cena, let's go AJ," and that goes to show you that AJ Styles is one of those guys that when he is in the ring, even when it's John Cena, his name is gonna be chanted. We're not just getting the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks." No, we're getting the "Let's go AJ, let's go Cena" chant. And to add more to that, this is New York City with a lot of smart fans, which made the chant even great. By the way, at some point in the night there was a CM Punk chant. It didn't last very long, but there was one. After that, it was 15 minutes intermission, and on the return we had Becky Lynch defeating Natalya in a submission match. We had the New Day versus the Wyatt family in a very decent match because there was a lot of back and forth and there was always a lot of action in the ring. There was a lot of high spots between every single superstars. This match I also recorded it, so make sure you guys go check it out. So the New Day picked up the victory, and one thing though, this match was like definitely a good tag team match. And up next we had the main event, Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Biggest pop was obviously Dean Ambrose, but Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens got a huge pop as well. This match was definitely match of the night, and Kevin Owens is awesome. As soon as the bell rings, he gets out of the ring, he takes a chair and he just sits and starts clapping it. Yeah, go ahead, fight. So Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins started off. Ultimately, Dean Ambrose ends up throwing Seth Rollins out of the ring, and from behind Kevin Owens gets up and he comes and attacks Dean Ambrose, and that's when the match really starts to pick up. A lot of back and forth between the three guys, and one thing that I really liked about this match was the fact that there was a lot of action between the three of them at the same time. One of the problems with triple threats nowadays is obviously that half of the time you have one guy just laying down and resting in the outside of the ring, but this match was a lot of action for sure. Throughout the middle of the match we had Kevin Owens using the steel chair. Of course it's a triple threat, that there was no disqualification. There was a little kid behind me, he's like, oh my god, he needs to get disqualified. But ultimately Dean Ambrose picked up the victory with dirty deeds on Kevin Owens, and all I have to say is that Kevin Owens needs to be in the main event picture already, and I mean like fully into it, not just touching it but fully into it. But anyways guys, that is my review and result for WWE live event at Madison Square Garden on July 17, 2016. Overall it was a great show and the crowd was just into it the whole night. Made me wish that every other crowd is just like New York, because I guarantee you that it will make the show a hell of a lot better when we see it on TV. And like I said guys, for the full matches I'm gonna be adding the full link in the description down below for more videos such as this one, and for WWE news and rumors and WWE 2K17 news and rumor, make sure you subscribe to my channel, leave a like if you guys enjoy this, and in the meantime we on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I'm much to dig it.